Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Data Reactor. So once again we came up with the new question, very interesting question in SQL. This was the question which was asked in one of the interview to my friend at the company is PwC. So they have given one very small table. You can see on my screen two columns. You can say ID and the name. Okay, so 8 rows only column, and they want the output in this structure format. Okay, so at first we might feel like how to do it, what to do it, but it's very easy unless until we know that particular function that will help us a lot, and will also we will see how it's used in our practical cases, because most of the time we just learn it theoretically but never use in practical way. So today we are going to use that. Okay, so let's go to our application, SQL application. So this is the table. I have written the query to save us some little bit of time. I have created the query itself. Let's put some value into our table. Okay, 8 rows are affected. Let's run the table. Okay, so you can see we have our table in our SQL database, right? Now from this table we want that structure. Okay, so let's start with our query. Select, we can say ID and name is given. Okay, so we will fetch those ID and name also. Now I'm going to use one function which will, you will see, that is the NTILE function. As you know, NTILE is the Windows function part. In SQL, we have the concept of Windows function, in which there is NTILE, rank, dense rank, lead, lag. Those functions come under Windows function. So similar, in the similar pattern, NTILE is also a window function. Okay, so for time being, we will just write the structure syntax over. Here we can do the partition or without partition also. So we'll go for the order by directly, order by ID. Okay, order by ID. Let's give as a name bucket. Okay, and let's for time being give some number. I will explain you guys in as we move forward with this code, but before that let's write it and see the output of this code. Okay, so let's write the table. I think Z. Okay, this is the table. So this should not be one. So okay, just let's run it and see what the output of this table. Okay, so on my screen you can see the new column which we created as a bucket. It's assigned 111, 22, 33, and 44. It means totally the whole 8 rows of data is divided into 4 buckets, and each 4 buckets are repeating for 2 times. So you can see the how the NTILE is working in this case. Okay, for better understanding, let's go and see how the NTILE works. Okay, so we can see in this, if you write, if there are suppose 6 rows. Okay, and we are applying NTILE 4. So first of all, we should learn that NTILE do what. NTILE just simply create a bucket. If we say NTILE 4, it means it will create a bucket of 4. If there are 10 rows, then how it will going to bucket those things, that we will see. But if you have the simple example, like if we have 1, 2, like this, if we have up to, we can say 6, and if you want to have NTILE 3, and if you want to apply the NTILE 3, then this will do what? 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, and 3. Okay, so it will create a bucket of 3. Okay, and since the rows are 6, it will create a bucket of 3. So it will assign 2 number to each row, so it will give 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Okay, so since here the number of rows and the NTILE is divisible, properly divisible, so there is no issue. We can see from starting two rows has been assigned to each row. Now let's come to this example where we are, rows are 6 but NTILE is 4. Means what? These 6 rows need to be divided equally but in 4 buckets, since the here proper division cannot be possible. So suppose if we have 6 and we have 4, and let's divide that 6 by 4, what it will give? That nothing, I 1.5. Okay, so it means all when we are going to divide this 6 row into 4 bucket, it means that don't treat this as a 6 rows only. It means the 6 rows of data we have, and those 6 rows of data we are going to create a bucket out of that. So okay, first let me create the bucket, then I will explain you. Okay, so when you will going to run the NTILE over this 6 number of records, then NTILE will do how this will create a bucket like this. How? Because each will give one bucket to each. One, two, three, four. Remaining two remainder is there. Two remainder is there. When we divide 6 by 4, that two remainder means two extra data, which is again going to assign from top to bottom. So again the top will give one more row as a 1, and that next will get 2. So in first loop we can say 1 1 is assigned to everyone, each bucket. 1 2 3 4, remainder is 2, so again that 2 will come in format of 1 and 1. Okay, let's come to this example. This will also so you can get more clearly what I want to say. Now entire is still 4, but here we have the 10 number of records. So how it's going to divide? So when we divide 10 by 4, it's again going to be a 2.5. Okay, 2.5 means remainder is still 2 only, but we are going to get 2 bucket for each, because the proper division having 2.5. So 2 is here, it means we are going to get proper 2. So we can write like 1 1. This is a proper 2. Okay, but again the remainder is 2. It means it will again come on the top. So 1, and then we have 2 2 2, then we will have 3 3, then we will have 4 and 4. So see, here entirely is 4 means what? 10 divided by 4, so it will be 2.5. 2.5 means each bucket will have at least 2 bucket will be there, plus the those extra remainder which is we are getting as a 2, that will again come from top to bottom bucket. Okay, so again the top bottom getting 1 and 2, those are the extra. So this is how it will get the entire bucket when it is not properly divisible. Okay, and when the number of records and the entire is properly divisible, then I hope you guys don't have any confusion, because in that case it is properly assigned. If the 6 rows are there and the entire is 3, it means it will create a bucket of 3 with 1 1 2 2 3 3 values. Okay, so I hope you got the concept behind the entire, how the entire going to bucket our how. And so I hope you got the how the entire work behind. So let's come here. So on this SQL, now you can see when we have executed this, we got this bucket. How we got bucket here? Because we have 8 rows and 4 entire. So it's proper division. So it's like 4 bucket will be created with 1 1 repeating, 2 2 repeating, 3 3 and 4 4. In this way, with the help of proper division, so we got a 4 full bucket. Now you might have guessed what we will going to do. Nothing, just use this bucket as a group, and again we will wrap this all thing under the city, and we will group by this bucket now. Okay, but our output, how the output we want, that also we need. So for that, again we are going to create a like one first class concat. In concat, sorry, concat, we are going to have it like the id, then we will also have name. Okay, so suppose this is like, say, output for time being, or say con only. Let's put the semicolon. Let's run it. Okay, so we got the intermediate table, that is by concatenating id and name. Okay, now what we are going to do it, simply we are going to group by these two bucket group. Okay, so let's wrap it under city, and again use the select query. What we are going to use it here, we're going to use the string aggregator function. We know what string aggregator going to take. It's going to take one common, you can say, column, and we have to be separated by what you want to do it. This is our result, let's say it result, okay, from CTE only, group by that bucket we created. Okay, what the error is coming here, guys, we can see. Go on. Okay, let's run it one time, then we will see whether it's throwing any error or not. Okay, so we can see we have got the result as one single, because this is a single column. Okay, only the thing is that here we can see the some spaces. We want 1a comma 2b. Okay, okay, the result is okay, fine, but only the thing is that here we can see some extra spaces between 1a and comma and 2b. So for that, I think we can apply the trim function here. Trim, I hope you know this is trim the lead and the trailing spaces. Let's run one more time. Okay, guys, so you can see we got our result what we wanted, 1a comma 2b. Okay, so from this table, let's put a semicolon to end our query. From this to this, as you can see, we have got our output. This was the input given by the interviewer, and this is the output we got. So here the only one concept was required, that is the concept of the NTILE. Though we have know the NTILE, we know the theoretical how to explain NTILE to interviewer, but this is the practical use case which interviewer want to see from us, like using NTILE how we can achieve this output. So I hope you guys like this video. Don't forget to subscribe my channel and do share it with your friends also, and comment if you have any such questions in the comment section. I will try to answer them in my next videos. So till then, take a good care of yourself. Bye bye.